Oh, refresh, refresh. We lost connection, but we're back. The timer didn't stop. Uh, Hopefully, I don't think that was long enough to split the VOD. We'll see though. Everybody refresh. My internet died. I don't like that. Not a fan of internet dead. We are down to only 10 people online. You know what? We're gonna move this over to this side, at least for this scene. Now you guys can see how many people are online. The tweet and update. Oh, was it an update to her Twitter bio too? I didn't know that. I didn't know that. As we wait, do a meme review in the Discord. Do I need to do a meme review at some point? Memes. You think it's dead? I think it's dead too. Oh, it went up. It went up to 10. We're back up to double digits again. But I do think it seems pretty dead. So, well, I guess now what? Now what do we do? Now, oh, down to 6. It's over. It's over. It's over. All right. So if that's the case, then I will do a quick BRB. We're gonna do a quick BRB because my hand cam is not currently set up. So I will be right back. Until then, words, and I'll be back shortly. All right, hello. I'm returned. How are you guys doing? Oh. Rip. Rip, it's over. Hello. After all that. After all that and it's not working. Hang on. Hold. Hold. Boo-doo, boo-doo. There we go. There, oh, hey. Okay. Okay. There we go. We're back. Back to your regularly scheduled content. All right, so. Also, I want to take a moment. The dono goal is literally almost funded twice, which is absolutely insane. I just I just have to say that literally insanity. I'm gonna be completely honest. Completely honest. And if you saw my tweet about it, you already know. I made this fully expecting to not go. I was planning on not going. This was like partly a joke. And I see I have underestimated you. So now we're going. With extra money to put towards buying a demo ranch gun. So thank you all. Again, I will probably say that many times for the next week or so, and maybe beyond. Actually crazy. Actually insane. All right, but while we're doing Vupechat stuff, Senzawa's #1 fan, Atomic, Mr. Blitz. Yes, Senzawa. I thought it was a tweet, but apparently it was her bio. #1 fan of Gargura. Check DMs. Check DMs. Yes. Immersion broken. Immersion broken. Good meme. Why is zoomed in? Why is it so? I am zoomed in. I am zoom. Big zoom. Yes, it is. It is real. Bring you a Mossberg. I don't have a Mossberg that I can get to easily. I only have one Mossberg, and it is in the back of my safe in another room. I'll get the Mossberg pistol. I'll buy a Mossberg pistol just for you, Gecko. What is it, the Mossberg like MC2 or something? Dang, I have to know. The MC1? Oh, there's an MC1 and an MC2. Asked for Mossberg, not excuses. Yeah, but excuses are easy to get. Mossberg is not. And there's the Mossberg handguns. I'll get one of these. Just for you. The Massachusetts compliant one. I don't even know what Massachusetts gun laws are. What do they have to be compliant with? From the auction? You want me to get a Mossberg from the Demo Ranch auction? I don't know if there's going to be any Mossbergs at the Demo Ranch auction. Maybe. Oh, Mossberg International SA410 safety recall. That's one of the Turkish Mossbergs. Majestic Potato has your bag. You guys want me to get a Mossberg from the Demo Ranch auction? And problems with the Turkish gun? No way. No, that's crazy. Yeah, the Mossberg. Oh, what was it called? The SA410. Yeah, SA410 is literally identical to like a TriStar 410 or something. Except obviously the Mossberg one says Mossberg on it, and the TriStar one says TriStar on it. But if you get both of them and put them right next to each other, literally exactly the same. I'm gonna make you buy the Mossberg pistol. And the Mossberg pistol is not bad, honestly. Also, there is a VTuber who has the Mossberg pistol on their model. If I find a picture of it. I don't know if I can find a picture. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try real quick. Oh, it might be on their old model. It might be on their old model that they had the Mossberg pistol. I think so. I think it was. It was. But the Ellie, VTuber Ellie, used to have the Mossberg pistol on their old model. They don't anymore, though. They got a new model. Automod. Yes, Automod does. Yes, Automod does. Do I know anything on the Jew harp? I know how to make sounds on it. I can't like play you a song. Like I can't crank out Mary Had a Little Lamb or something. Yeah, if you want the Mossberg pistol, they're pretty cheap. A lot of people cheap magazines. If you want a compact gun, not bad. Not a bad option. Apparently, there's a lot of them. Oh, it just keeps going. Oh my goodness, 2 pages? I did not expect 2 pages of these things. But like $400 on Gunbroker. You can probably also buy them from not Gunbroker. One Cotton Eye Joe. I don't know how to do Cotton Eye Joe. It also vibrates my teeth. I don't know, I need to practice my jaw harp, apparently. You follow Ellie? You didn't know that? Yeah, apparently Ellie's new model doesn't have the Mossberg pistol. It has... Oh, I literally just had the picture up. What does it have on it? Now it has generic pistol number 4. It's got a pretty extreme grip angle. But her old model had the Mossberg pistol. And beautiful, thank you. Thank you, I really tried. And now I want to try to find a picture of her old model with the Mossberg pistol. Should bring it to get Matt to sign it. They specifically said for the demo ranch thing that you should not take any guns. Don't take any guns to sign. So we shouldn't do that. Also, even if I bought a gun, getting it signed, getting a gun signed, I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. The jaw harp. Get this thing signed? Do you see how thin that is? Do you see how small that is? Minuscule. Can't sign that. And then you have to put it in your mouth if you want to make noises with it. I'm not. I'm probably not gonna take anything to get signed because I said to not do that. So I probably will not. But also, even if I don't, I don't know about even like getting a gun that I buy there signed. Getting a gun signed? I don't know. I don't know about that one. This comment was restricted by the Unhinginator. What? What? The Unhinginator. Oh, excuse me. You're gonna hide your unhinged comment from me? Can't believe this. All right. Has there been any new Iwa developments? If he signs it, you can taste his fingers every time I play it. Are you okay? Why? What? Why? Why are we finger sucking? No, 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 no. Gross. We're not doing any finger sucking, chat. That's crazy. All right. Oh, is that loud? Or is it just me? It might just be me. Also, just the intros to these videos are very loud. All right. New from Iwa. Gestamin. Hungry. Hungry pistols. Hello, YouTube cat.
Hey everyone, James Reeves, TFBTV.
Hi, James.
Here at Enforce TAC 2025. The thing about Enforce TAC, you find a lot of neat guns.
Gecko, you're back.
From a lot of different
Welcome back.
countries that may.
Are you back from buying the Mossberg pistol?
You've never heard of. Today, we are here at a Hungarian gun company called
Gestamin Arms.
Gestamin Arms.
Arms. Everyone's favorite Hungarian pistol company, and we've got a new pistol that that you guys were telling me about in the show.
Maybe.
You found me over at the HK booth
and
said, hey, come over, check this pistol out. I said, why not? Sounds interesting. So Victor, tell us all about it.
Double single?
The pistol's uniqueness comes from
Ads. Oh, okay. We wait for ads. Sorry, I didn't see ads were happening. Finished mowing your lawn? Modelos are in the cooler, and the check is in the mail. FEG is our favorite Hungarian pistol company. Maybe these guys are gonna dethrone FEG as your favorite Hungarian pistol company. I don't really think so. But you know, maybe. It is a sleek looking pistol. And it's modular. It's modular. That's the buzzword all the gun companies are using now. It's modular. Modularity is overrated. I'm gonna say it. Modularity is overrated. Most people don't even use the modularity of their guns. They just get it, set it up one way, and then leave it like that forever. All right, ads over. We're back from ads.
From the interchangeable fire control system and firing systems. Basically, we have this pistol platform, and we can exchange the firing control and the fire mechanism.
Oh, a fire control unit with a hammer? Interesting. I don't think there have been any fire control units, any hammer-fired fire control units yet. Have there been? I think they've all been striker-fired. Ads, what? No, they aren't. They shouldn't be. Ads shouldn't be still going. It told me they're over.
From hammer firing to striker firing in about 30 seconds. Mm-hmm. And we think
wait, you switch it in between hammer firing and striker fire? Hold on. It lies. No, Twitch would never lie to me. Yeah, they would.
It's a really unique and never heard before improvement and a new way of manufacturing, and maybe providing the option to the owner to switch from hammer firing to striker firing in just 30 seconds.
Switching between hammer and striker fire is very interesting.
The name. What's the gun called?
Is it practical? Probably not.
G9HSP.
When was it introduced?
But it's a very interesting concept.
Basically exhibited first in 2021 at
Tokarev is a modular fire control unit, is it?
And it is still part of a bigger firearms family.
That doesn't seem quite right for some reason. Oh, it takes Glock mags.
We can
Takes Glock mags. At least it's not a carbine that takes Glock mags. At least it's a pistol.
Say that it is the most mature technology that we have now. It went through the Hungarian Defense Forces testing. It is NATO approved for usage, and now we are actually setting up the technology for mass manufacturing of these pistols right now, and doing only small changes on the request of the Hungarian Defense Forces.
What's the pistol made out of?
Here, the slide is made out of steel,
out of pistols,
and the frame is made out of polymer.
Do you have any aluminum frame or plans to do aluminum frame or
you like
steel
the trigger?
frame?
No, we are now focusing on steel frame.
It looks good,
and
at least.
Actually, the pistol uses Glock magazines.
No idea how it actually
there we go.
feels.
It's always a plus.
Yeah, sure. Why do I care to switch something from striker?
I love overcomplicated pistol. Says no one ever. What? I say that. You're talking to Boberg's like #1 fan right here. I love overcomplicated pistols. This doesn't seem that overly complicated though. It just seems overly unnecessary.
Fired to hammer fired. Why is that important?
That's a good question. Why is that important?
Novelty at the first place, and maybe you don't want to own two separate.
Oh, it's a novelty. He said it. He literally said it's a novelty. Fair enough. I respect it.
Separate firearms for using a striker firing or a hammer firing pistol. And maybe the operational requirements can change. But,
Sure.
but we can never tell. We had a lot of interest from everyone here in the show, and they think it's really cool. And we hope so that we can sell this in the future, maybe in the USA. And we are still improving in this platform. We are trying to develop electro-optical sights basis for it, so it can give
So it's not
every chance of the
optic
user
ready
to customize it how they like it.
You'll make it optic ready.
Yeah. It's in the plan, but for now we are.
It is a good
focused
looking
on
gun.
the requirements of the Hungarian Defense Forces.
I see that it's got a little square up here. What's this for?
Actually, it is for the firing mechanism. This is how it locks in, and we are trying to develop a system where we can put the optical sights on this platform, or maybe moving the optical sights further, and that way it isn't interfering with this fire control.
Okay, so this little square right here is where your either striker or hammer mechanism is locking. So you actually can't put the sight back here unless you're going to add a bunch of material. Mount the sight up here. Mount the sight on the front of the slide. There's no reason you couldn't, right? Luca would like to talk with you. Gecko74U, the master pimp of the Caribbean. Is that Gecko's full title? You have to say it every time. Gecko74U, the master pimp of the Caribbean. Why did we ever abandon hammer-fired handguns? I mean, there are things that can make a hammer-fired handgun less reliable. So if you're in a dirty environment, you know, get dirt, sand, whatever other schmutz in your hammer mechanism, then it can kind of make it not work as well. So it's a striker fired is more of an enclosed system. The sex appeal. Hammer fired guns do tend, not always, they tend to look better. They also tend to have better triggers. External hammers are more vulnerable. They are.
Control system.
Are you going to be able to make, say, different size slides and frames that you could interchange this fire control group into?
Yes. We will be able to. This interchangeability doesn't hinder this possibility. If we change the fire control system or hammer fire to striker fire, we are actually changing the recoil spring too, because striker firing and hammer firing takes different energies to operate.
Okay, yeah, I mean, I guess that makes sense when you think about it. Let's
That
talk
does make
about
sense.
the ergonomics, the controls, and the features here. So it looks like it's fully ambi.
Yeah, it's fully ambidextrous. Only the magazine catch button is only at the left side, but further development can.
It looks like the
improve on
mag
that
catch
too.
should be
Speaking about
reversible.
ergonomy, actually the Hungarian Defense Forces requested that we remove these finger grooves because they felt like it's
Hungarian Defense Force based, specifically requesting removal of finger grooves. All these other countries are specifically requesting finger grooves on guns, and Hungary's like, nah, those are stupid. Get rid of those. Let's go Hungary.
more uniform if
Right.
we have a slicker design.
Right.
That way.
What's the trigger like in double action, single action versus striker fired?
I think it's just like a stock duty trigger for these pistols that they see service everywhere in militaries or police forces.
Talk to me about the testing. You mentioned that it's accepted by NATO, so it underwent presumably some sort of uniform testing. What was that?
It had its endurance testing. I don't know the exact numbers, but I think they had 30,000 runs through them. And yeah, in the beginning they were parts breakages, but this test allowed us to improve on the design and make it really durable. Actually, the special forces of Hungary tested it, and they were a fan of this new pistol. And they really liked the fact that now here in Hungary we have these new developments.
How much does this cost on the civilian market? Is it available to the civilian market?
Not yet. But because of how many unique parts it has, now the MSRP will look around $1,000. But
$1,000's not bad.
if we can set up a good manufacturing plant, it can go down in the future. And if there's a market demand, I think we can push that price lower.
Would it ever be available in the U.S.?
Yeah, there are actual plans. Last year at Chacho, it was a lot of interest for this pistol particularly. So we are on it to make sure that we are legally able to ship these.
Sure, that's very important, obviously.
Yes, and it's mainly a question of serialized parts.
Right.
What we consider the firearm parts of
Right.
the
Yeah.
pistol.
Sure.
This does seem like it's going to be challenging the ATF on which part is going to be serialized.
Well, is there anything else, Victor, that...
Because the fire control unit is up in the slide. I wonder if this is going to be a slide firearm.
You want to tell me about this pistol that we didn't go over?
I think we went to really thoroughly. It's apart from the interchangeable system, it's a Browning tilting barrel system. It's nothing new. It's reliable. We tested thoroughly.
There'll be there way to an answer.
I think
whatever the answer is, it'll be arbitrary.
On the market.
And I see that this one uses 17 rounds, so Glock 17 magazines.
Yes. And it's the standard size. Maybe in the future, as you mentioned, we can develop compact versions for it too.
Victor, thank you so much for walking me through this
was my
pistol.
pleasure.
Guys, thank you for tuning in. Stay tuned. We're bringing you more from Enforce Tech 2025. Guys, thank you for tuning in. Stay tuned.
That's a
We're
cool
bringing you
pistol.
More from Enforce Tech 2025.
Neat pistol. By definition, no part of an AR is the firearm. I mean, the ATF has defined that the lower is. But I'm pretty sure that some of the early AR designs, they said the upper was. So, oh, the ATF just flips. They flip a coin. They flip a weighted coin. So usually it's the lower. But sometimes the serialized part of a gun is the upper. One of the Nautilocks has a serialized slide. Which one? Which Nautaglock has a serialized slide? Isn't the legal definition something that holds all three barrel, bolt, and trigger? I don't know. I don't know off the top of my head what it is. All right, definition. Definition of frame or receiver. Oh, this is the final rule thing. I don't... Give me the original one. This is the one that doesn't matter. All right, there we go. So the term receiver means the part of a rifle, shotgun, or projectile weapon other than a handgun or variants thereof that provides housing or structure for the primary components designed to block or seal the breech prior to initiation of the firing sequence, i.e. bolt, breech block, or equivalent, even if pins or other attachments are required to connect such components to the housing or structure. So by that definition, that sounds like the upper of an AR should be the serialized part, right? Provides housing or a structure for the primary components designed to block or seal the breech. That would be the upper. Is the housing for those components. And the handgun frame, the term frame means part of a handgun or variants thereof that provide housing or a structure for the primary energized component designed to hold back the hammer, striker, bolt, or similar component prior to initiation of the firing sequence, i.e. sear or equivalent, even if pins or attachments are required to connect such component to the housing. So handgun is just wherever the sear is. Wait. Yeah, these definitions are just a bunch of nonsense. They don't follow these for either handguns or rifles or shotguns. Handgun provides housing or structure for the primary engaged component designed to hold back hammer, striker, or bolt, or similar component. Or am I looking at this? This is on ATF. We're looking at ATF right now. Their E regulations. So this is the one that differentiated frame and receiver. No reason to look that up. We have ATF here. Yeah, This is a bunch of nonsense, honestly. Like even just the guns we have here. So like the rifle definition, rifle or shotgun, is the housing structure for the primary component designed to block or seal breach. Rifle, that would be the upper, but the serialized part of this is the lower. For pistols or handguns, their definition is the structure for the component designed to hold back hammer, striker, bolt, or similar component. So I guess on this, that's correct, because the lower the frame is what is holding back the striker. However, this one, the serialized part, is the upper, but the part that's holding back the hammer is the lower. That's where the sear is. So ATF definitions are arbitrary suggestions at best. Honestly, just get rid of all of them. Start over. Start from scratch. There have been cases involving AR lowers that the ATF decided to drop because the courts didn't think they were legally firearms involved. Yeah, the ATF regulations are so incredibly bad. Like, it is actually baffling. I'm guessing that if we looked for other definitions, we would find literal contradictions. Let's see. Oh, the parts kit definition might be interesting. That one seems like it could probably contradict with something else pretty easily. USV Thompson Center examine whether a short-barreled rifle was made under NFA when a carbine conversion kit consisting of single-shot contender pistol was designed. This handle and barrel could, oh, I know this one, could be removed from the receiver and was packaged with a 21-inch barrel, a rifle stock, and a wooden forend. The court held that where aggregated parts could convert a pistol into either a regulated short-barrel rifle or an unregulated rifle with a barrel of 16 inches or more and less, the NFA was ambiguous and applied the rule of lenity, i.e., ambiguities in criminal statutes should be resolved in favor of the defendant. So that the pistol carbine kit, when packaged together, is not considered short barrel rifle. However, the court also explained that an NFA firearm, if made of aggregate parts, are in close proximity such that they serve no useful purpose other than to make NFA firearm, or convert a complete weapon into NFA firearm. Do I know of putter guns? Maybe, but it's not ringing a bell off the top of my head. And I can't find the older definition of frame and receiver. I can only find the new one. But ATF definitions aren't even followed by the ATF. So, the ATF is absolute nonsense. So, not a machine gun? No machine guns. It's one of those yes, but actually no kind of things. Yeah, it's one of those things that is that should be unenforceable, but is still enforced, which is so stupid. The charging handle is the trigger per ATF opinion. What? Wait, hold on. Which opinion is this? Huh? Is the big handgun 22 WMR? This is just 22 long rifle. So this is the Keltec CP33. 33 because it has a quad stack 33 round magazine. So very, very generous capacity, 22. You don't think that could work under definition since the bolt is moving back and forth? 2 actions? Put a magnified handgun scope on it? It's so fun to shoot that way. The only handgun I have a magnified scope on is my Contender. If I ever SBR this one, I might put magnified on it. Just like an LPVO. Something stupid. Something fun. Which handgun scope? What is on that gun? I think it's a Weaver. It's an old one. I don't think they make them anymore. Whatever it is. But I think it's one of the Weaver handgun scopes. You never heard of a handgun LPVO? Oh no, so if you SBR this, I'm saying if I SBR this, I put an LPVO on it. Because then it would effectively be a rifle. Oh my goodness, this is long. Alright. William York, the Secretary of Treasury. Is there a summarized version? Is there a Spark Notes? Okay. Hold on. Plaintiff appeals claimed the BATF ruling is arbitrary, capricious, and an abuse of discretion. ATF ruling violated his rights as seller of the gun to due process and equal protection. He's entitled to de novo review. Okay. Well, can we just affirmed? Can we just rock? Summarize this. Go. All right, there we go. William M. York, licensed firearm manufacturer, appealed district's court summary judgment in favor of the Secretary of Treasury and BATF. After the BATF classified his Sten Mark II weapon as a machine gun under the NFA, York sought injunctive relief, arguing the ruling was arbitrary, violated his due process and equal protection rights, and warranted de novo review. The BATF classified the Sten Mark II as a machine gun in 1983. After determining its design, a modified version of the British Sten machine gun allowed it to be easily converted to automatic fire. Despite York's refusal to provide a sample, the BATF obtained one commercially, issuing its ruling, and instructed York to recall sold weapons. York sued, the district court upheld BATF's decision. On appeal, a 3-judge panel affirmed the ruling without oral argument. The court found BATF's classification was reasonable interpretation. Under 26 USC 5845B, which defines a machine gun as a weapon that shoots automatically or can be readily restored to do so. The Sten's disconnector, meant to provide automatic fire, could be easily altered, distinguishing it from other firearms York claimed were similar but not classified as machine guns. The court deferred to the BATF's expertise. There's your mistake. Finding no clear error or abuse of discretion. The ATF has no expertise. Regarding due process, York argued he was entitled to pre-deprivation hearing. Applying Matthews v. Eldridge, the court acknowledged the business interest but emphasized the low risk of error due to the scientific basis of BATF's findings. Scientific basis? X to doubt. And the government's strong interest in regulating automatic weapons. No pre-deprivation hearing was required, though a post-deprivation hearing could be sought if enforcement failed due to sufficient evidence similarly situated being treated. Court affirmed summary judgment upholding BATF's classification. Left out a lot. It is an AI summary. All right, where's the charging handle part? Surprised Keltec doesn't make CMR in 22.
Deploying reinforcements.
Boat_goes_binted just followed.
Boat goes binted. Thank you for the follow. Welcome. The elf girl's cat is secretly an S-rated monster. Uncensored is peak anime. I have never heard of that one, and it sounds like a hanime if it has to be specified uncensored. Yeah, but Caltech has the CMR 30. They they do make one. 22 Magnum, 30 round capacity. They do make it. Bongo's binted. Bogo's binted. Gotcha. Hello. Welcome. Boat goes binted. You want a spear? Do it. Get a spear. Spears are actually relatively affordable, honestly. You can get like a cold steel spear for not too much money. Not really my wheelhouse, but they're cool. Gotcha. Gotcha. You got the Heritage Rough Rider with a 16-inch barrel. Very nice. I mean, not really very nice, but it's funny. Or a Thompson. You want to get a spear or a Thompson? Those are very different. Also, Thompsons are very expensive. It had the Heritage Barkeep 22. Couldn't hit anything. Yeah, the Heritage Barkeep, not ideal. Also, and for anyone who doesn't know the Heritage Barkeep, this little itty bitty tiny revolver, 22, $200 MSRP for the engraved one. 6-shot 22. It's not long enough to have the room for an extractor. If you buy one of these, it literally comes with a stick, like a little tiny dowel rod that you poke the cases out with. Weird little gun. Definitely a gimmick piece. Why? Because they hate you. Do they still make that? With the Heritage Barkeep? Yeah, they still make those. Or the Keltec. They still make both of them. Either way, the answer is yes, they still make it. Is Heritage HK? Heritage is not HK. Heritage is owned by Taurus. Remove cylinder and try to slam them out? I'm sure you could. You could also just leave the cylinder in and still try to slam them out. Binted. You love your Altor 9? I also love my Altor 9. Not because it's good, but because it's funny. Hee hee, funny Altor. Best 90 you ever spent? I think mine was a little more because mine came with the factory threaded barrel. But it's still very cheap. I think mine was like 110. Holy jeez, you'd pay $29.99 for an Altor. I would also pay $29.99 for an Altor. If Altors were $29.99, I would have a double bandolier full of Altors. Like a pirate. Except on a budget. Not the BAFTA. You need to snag the NAA revolver with their little like mini revolver. The one that you can put in a belt buckle. Those ones are fun. I don't think they're good at anything, but they're very fun. You kick yourself for not buying a double tap when they were 150. I kick myself for not buying many things, but then also well, I didn't have the money at the time to justify it, so I can't kick myself too hard. I make enough bad financial decisions. I don't need to kick myself for actually passing something up that I shouldn't have bought anyways. North American Arms tiny revolvers? Yeah. This guy. And it's got the belt buckle. Look at that. A little itty bitty revolver, complete with belt buckle. These were 150. I don't think I've seen any of these new for 150. This one is also the belt buckle version. But you can probably get like just a base version. Like one of these. Not that one. Something like this. Probably get that used for 150. HK USC is ugly? Yes. You're correct. Is the belt buckle holster is peak suburban cowboy? Peak suburban cowboy? Yeah. It is. The belt buckle revolver is something that you have as like a gimmick piece. Anybody who tries to wear that seriously, I will not take seriously. The USC reminds you of that one scene in Ted 2. I have not seen Ted. But probably. Used to be 160 new on sale all the time. It is not something that I watch the price of. So I don't know what they are selling for. You can get, oh, that's not very good. You can get them new for 250, which is not wonderful. Yeah, if they're new 250, you can probably get them. Oh, there's one new for 230. If you can get them new for 230, you can probably get them on sale for like 199. But oh, loud. They definitely are more expensive than they used to be. Like everything, honestly. Jump scare. Yeah, TFB jump scare. We do have, though, Tanfoglio. New Tanfoglio. We're going to skip the intro because it's too loud.
Mr. Massimo Tanfoglio himself. We're here at the Tanfoglio booth at EWA 2025. I'm making a stop here. This is a shout out to Calvin Trong, Firepower United, who talks about how the most durable pistol he's ever seen as a master shooter is the Tanfoglio. We have some new additions for 2025, and we have the man himself.
All right. What is this? What is this?
Ted!
I'm alive, Johnny!
Oh my God!
I'm alive! Your magical whiz worked!
You're back!
Yeah, I mean, you know, when you sewed me up, you put some of the stuffing in the wrong places, so I'm a little fucked up. But will you take care of me forever and ever? Nah, I'm just kidding you. I thought it'd be funny if you thought I was fucking retarded.
You asshole!
Come here, you bastard! I'm a little
Just put it together wrong. Yeah. Yeah, that's the HK-USC. You're correct.
Himself, the master.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Tanfoglio, what are we looking at today?
Yeah, they are looking for a new model that we are producing that is good for self-defense, but mostly for sport, as you can see. The pistol has a steel frame, with a barrel that is 4.5 inch barrel, adjustable side, adjustable front side.
Only 4.5 inches.
It's a pistol that is already made from long time.
I mean,
so we made some changes.
Yeah,
in order
that's a
to
lot.
follow the
4.5
present
inches.
evolution of the market. But as we are working on this kind of gun from years now, we started in '86, and we are the first company producing pistols specially for sport shooting. And we know that we have a good response, as I said, from the market, because, as I told you before, these pistols are normally used every day. So it's the only way you can test a gun is to use for sport shooting. So we have shooters that use the pistol for 100,000 rounds without changing the main part of the gun.
100,000 rounds?
Of what we are doing.
As I mentioned, my buddy Calvin.
That is a strange muzzle port. It seems very large.
He says that he shoots his 1,000 rounds a week, whatever. It's just an insane amount of shooting. And he says, yeah, I'll have to change a spring or whatever, where other guns, like I blow them out before the season's over. Yeah. So he speaks very highly of you and your product. We have two versions of the Hexagon, though. This is the Hexagon Tactical and the Hexagon P. Is the difference just the frame?
Just the frame, the polymer frame, a little bit different regarding the
polymer
shape
frame
of the slide, but in generally talking, the internal parts are almost the same, no difference at all. For the people that like to have,
if there's a steel frame, I'd rather have that one always.
Model, and the steel one for the one that we'll use mainly for sport shooter.
Right.
Generally talking, we have a large variety of models that cover all the different sports activity you could do with the pistol. So we think that
the steel one just looks better too.
The only the only producer that has so many variety of models that covers the need of anybody that is shooting in the range or for sport or for activity or because they are working with.
Ryan and I walked in. You're always here, right when you walk in, and we say we know we can go by the Tanfoglio booth. There's going to be something new. You do something new. There's such a variety.
Yes, we try to have something new every year. It's not so easy.
I mean, I guess that's technically something new, but it's the same thing they've been making. It just has different cuts on it.
But we are trying to do, and we succeed. We succeed following the what we receive from the market, because we have a lot of sponsor shooters that return to us to what they need. So we are improving.
It's got the Mullen Lob, the Mullen Lob helmet.
So it's something that has to be done, because at the end we are selling a product that goes to the end of the consumer, and the consumer has to return to us with what he needs.
Last few questions about these. What calibers are they going to be available in, and what's the capacity?
These guns are all in 9mm, but we can do in 40, 45.
Wait a minute. What are we?
We have all caliber.
What are we waiting?
We don't have any difference regarding that. So the number of rounds in the magazine, it depends on the caliber. For 9mm, we can arrive with this kind of gun.
Was the barrel shot out?
Or in
No?
40 to 14. So it's just.
Do I have any 308s on the table or nearby? Yes.
And I see it says 1869 MSRP 9mm for this one.
Yeah.
Or 2039
1869.
10mm.
Yeah.
For this one, that would be
20
really cool. And then
over $2,000
Yeah.
for the hexagon.
Oh
piece.
my
And
goodness.
for sure, we have also a possibility, as you can see, to have the optic ready. So you have just to disassemble the rear side, and then you can use the red dot as. Or unfortunately, or likely, when you have an age that is going over 50 years, you need to have, instead of the fixed size, you have to have the red dot. It's much easier to shoot.
Well, when you turn 50, then maybe someday you'll need a red dot, Mr. Tanfolio.
I turned the 50 long time ago, so.
Is his name actually
Truly
Tanfoglio?
an honor having
Thank
you on
you
the
very
program,
much for
guys.
the
Thank you
interview.
so much for
It's
watching
3.8?
TFP TV. Stay
It
tuned.
is.
We'll bring
It
you
is
more from
3.8.
2025.
Okay.
Okay. That doesn't really fit on the table very well, though. It's huge. All right, hold on. Hold on. All right, we got to get 308 out for 308 day. It's so long. There you go. 308 for 308 day. My Gucci bolt action rifle. He's actually John Tanfoglio. He's, oh, it's a very Italian name, but I don't know how to pronounce it. Giuseppe?
Well, the typical Italian pronoun, they'll give a name which is before the U, so the G is pronounced like a J, not like G. It's not Giuseppe, of course, it's Giuseppe.
Giuseppe. His name is Giuseppe Tanfoglio. Giuseppe Tanfoglio. There you go. There you go. Rule 63'd. You've never heard a woman say that? It's so large. It's so long. Very long 308. Juicebit Tenfoglio. Hi, honey. All right. Has anyone seen the news? Not like the news, but the Amaranth news. Since I know you guys are all such big Amaranth fans. Apparently, Amaranth is she does like ASMR kind of stuff. Definitely like a thirst trap kind of streamer. The gas station, she also owns some gas stations. But she is more well known for her streaming content. But apparently, all
right, y'all.
Somebody broke into her house. Oh, and cosplayer.
All right, y'all. This story right here is wild, but also not surprising in the least. You see, if you've been on the internet at all, you probably know who Amaranth is. Okay, actually, I didn't know who she was before this video.
Didn't know.
Guilty. But for those of you who are like me, she's one of the biggest streamers out there. She made her name on Twitch.
Crypto robbers. Yeah, they tried to rob crypto stuff in person.
But the downside of
not
being
like a
famous
hacker
on
man.
the internet is the wrong people start watching you.
Oh, right here. It's in here.
I'm still coming. Come on. Go.
What gun does that guy have? Something stainless. Man, those guys ran like a bunch of babies. Oh my goodness. Those guys are gone.
So here's how it went down. On March 2nd, 2025, Caitlin Amaranth Siragusa, I'm pretty sure I butchered that, was the target of a violent home invasion at her house in Houston. According to reports from the Houston Chronicle, 3 armed intruders broke into her home around 10:40 p.m., pistol whipped her, and demanded access to her cryptocurrency. They
Seems staged. If you stage something, you don't actually shoot them. You don't actually ventilate their body.
knew exactly what they were looking for. During the attack, she suffered significant injuries from being beaten, and these guys weren't playing around. But here's where things flipped. Her husband reportedly intervened and shot at the intruders, potentially injuring one of them before they fled. Siragusa was later taken to the hospital but is in stable condition. This whole thing was documented almost in real time because she took to social media to update her followers, sharing details of the attack and even security cam footage, according to comicbook.com. Now, I remember back in the day when the prime targets for robberies and home invasions were athletes and entertainers, but things have changed dramatically. With the rise of influencers, people on the internet have become just as, if not more, vulnerable. And I put myself in that category. A lot of influencers
That's why you got to keep at least a little secrecy. A little secrecy about your location.
Disconnect between seeing numbers on a screen, 100,000, 1 million, 10 million followers, and understanding that real people are out there watching, studying, and sometimes plotting against you. And the problem, these people watching you aren't always leaving comments. They're not always liking your posts. They're lurking.
Is this
and you don't even realize.
Is this the same husband she was saying was manipulating her? I don't know. I don't follow what Amaranth does and whatever drama may or may not be happening. This is the first time I've heard about her in any recency.
Much information you're putting out there for people to track you down. And look, I get called paranoid all the time. My friends who aren't in the space think I'm over the top because I operate like I'm constantly being watched. But the truth is, I probably am. And unfortunately, a lot of younger influencers don't have that mindset. They don't realize that anyone, and I mean anyone, can become a target.
I don't know if Amaranth is
wasn't just
a
famous.
younger influencer anymore.
Rich. And she made it known. She publicly talked about having 211 Bitcoin valued at over 20 million. And when you flaunt that kind of money online, it's only a matter of time before someone tries to come and get it. That's exactly what happened here. Now, some people are out here saying she should have had private security. And sure, if she has the money, yeah, maybe. But let's be real. No matter how much security you have, they can't be everywhere all the time. But you know what can be? A gun. And you know what? I got to give her and her husband massive amounts of credits. They had a firearm and they used it. This had happened in like New York. She probably wouldn't even be allowed to have the gun in her house. And even if she had one, she'd be going through some ridiculous legal battle right now over some dumb shit.
This is why she didn't have it.
So important.
Her husband
People
had
love
it.
to say, well, just call the cops. Well, newsflash, cops can't teleport. When you have violent criminals in your house standing over you with a gun demanding access to your money, you don't have time to wait for 911. You need to handle business right then and there, or have somebody who has the means to handle business right then and there with the gun. That's exactly what her husband did. This is the world we live in now. People think fame equals money.
This is going to turn into like
willing to do whatever it takes to get their hands on it. If you're an influencer, big or small, you need to move differently. You need to be smart about what you share online, where you go, and most importantly, how you protect yourself. She made her money legally and built her empire. And when the wolves came knocking, she exercised her God-given right and constitutionally protected right
legally, but
herself,
a little,
or at least her husband
suspiciously.
And that's exactly how it should be. Now, like I always do in these self-defense videos, I implore you, if you are out there and you have a gun,
USCCA ad incoming, for sure.
Protection, get some type of legal protection.
There it is.
You've got the lethal protection.
There it is.
The legal protection. And that's why USCCA sponsors my channel, because I do believe they're one of the most comprehensive memberships for this.
Yeah, you can tell when Colleen Noir's videos start the USCCA ad. He started his yeah. When he starts talking about being prepared, you're like, oh yep, here comes USCCA.
This type of protection. So if you decide to go with USCCA,
all right, we don't need to listen to USCCA. All right, is there anyone else who has better information? Oh, the quartering. The quartering is usually good. All right, the quartering. Let's see.
Oh, right here. It's in here. I'm still coming. Come on. Go.
A few moments later.
I think the few moments later was like an instant later. The guy running out. I just got shot. I just got shot.
What's up, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quarrying. A wild story out of Texas. The probably most popular kind of e-girl on the internet, who goes by the name Amaranth, released some pretty spicy footage last night of 3 masked men, it appears, holding her and demanding her cryptocurrency. Now, this is actually an issue that has faced the Texas area and the
Do I not know how cryptocurrency works? Like, why would you try to rob someone in person of cryptocurrency? Like, it's not like they can pull out their wallet and hand it to you. What exactly was their plan? I don't understand.
Houston area for quite some time. There were about a dozen people arrested after committing, similar crimes last year. I'm going to go through what her claims are, the video footage. Obviously, there are a lot of people online that believe this is fake. I understand why people think that, and we're going to look at, I guess we're going to decide whether or not you think it's real or fake. I'm out to her directly, asking for any kind of police report or anything like that. So if I get that, I'll post it. But this is what started last night. This is what was like wild, right?
Scrolls past spicy photo.
She tweets out, I'm being robbed at Pew Pew Point. Like she just tweeted that out. I believe.
Okay. You're tweeting that out as it's happening. A little unhinged. I understand like the content brain. Like always gotta like, oh, something's cool happening, gotta tweet about it. But like, OMG, I'm literally being robbed at gunpoint. RN. Interesting.
I believe one of them, I believe I got one of them. I 2A'd them. They wanted crypto, is what they were yelling, and they pulled me out of bed. I guess they hit her and stuff like that. Home invasion. I'm safe now.
She staged stuff like this before for
people
attention.
Obviously were like, why are you?
You can't believe
this?
anything she says.
You don't. Why would you tweet that? Why would you call police?
I was gonna say I want to believe it. I don't want to believe that like crime is happening, right? But I want to believe that it's not all just made up. I definitely have doubts though.
So her explanation for that is that, she needed to get into her phone so that she could give them the crypto that they wanted, which does track. And then she sent out the tweets as opposed to trying to call anybody, which is actually probably a smart move if true. You see, online streaming celebrity Amaranth reassures fans after dealing with an armed robbery overnight in which she was pulled from her bed and pistol whipped. Amaranth, real name Caitlin Cigarosa, said the assailants demanded crypto and told her to log into her phone. She said, and then began posting on X saying, please call, please get me help, this, that, and the other thing.
I mean, to be fair, like sending a message, be it Twitter or to somebody, would be less conspicuous than literally making a call. So, I don't know.
So she posted some videos showing police presence at her property. It's only a 3-second video. She said, this isn't a joke. According to reports, Amaranth had about $20 million in her Bitcoin wallet and another $75,000 in her Ethereum wallet, according to a screen grab she shared on social media in November 2024. Bitcoin's price has fallen more than 15% since then. Not really
I'd believe both those.
Houston-born Amaranth is one of the most popular gaming streamers online. She owns an esports company and all sorts of other stuff like that. She was the most watched Twitch streamer in 2021, and she's probably the largest earner on OF, where she earns more than $1 million a month. So she then shared this video footage of the incident, and people are, of course, asking questions. I downloaded it in case she has to delete it, but let's see here. I'm pretty sure this is her vehicle.
I mean,
the dogs are
even if you are going to stage it, like, there's no reason to not use your own vehicle.
barking. This is her running.
Oh, right here. It's in here.
This is her running. They're probably like, she didn't have her cell phone, or they set a computer. So a lot of people are like, oh, this shows 3 guys or a girl going and not coming out. I'm pretty sure that's her in the video.
Come on. Go.
You can see they are armed.
At least one of them was
Not
armed.
shortly after. So they lost track of her, basically. Because she runs in. So people are like, well, how did she have time? Look at this. The guy stands at the door telling the other guys to go. So from 15 seconds, 16, 17, 18, she's completely unmonitored and running through the building. So she could have, armed herself at that point, pretty obviously.
Oh, it was her husband that shot them, though. So, like, theoretically, he would just be hanging out in whatever this building is that they just ran into.
And then 25 seconds. First shot, second, third. You hear that guy say, I got shot.
I got shot.
Isn't it funny? Like, again, if real, how tough these guys are hitting on a woman when they're armed. The second the odds are even only 3-1, they ran away.
I mean, it's humorous how quickly people's minds turn. But that's also very, very normal. Many such cases where they go in all confident and then someone starts defending themselves and they run away like little babies.
Now this says, I wasn't supposed, the scene itself nor the casing, which is now evidence. They hit me before this video, pistol whipped me, all sorts of stuff. She had cuts. They had brought duct tape and masks and were armed with weapons. You can see very clearly. The high-res version is already with cops. Now, a lot of people are saying, hey, this is obviously not real, based on a history in the past where Amaranth has done several publicity stunts. This seems pretty, right now, I understand why people say it's not real. I'd like to see a police report, obviously, or somebody local. This is in Texas, and most of the people...
I mean, if it's actually not real, and the whole thing is staged, and she got police involved, then that's just a whole different set of crimes, right? So hopefully it's not that.
Most of the people who have to be careful on our timeline here, most of the people who are saying it's fake, they say, oh, she lives in California. She doesn't live in California. She lives in Texas. This is pretty well known.
Nothing's going to happen
but if you look,
either way.
Just late last year, man convicted of these home invasion robberies to steal cryptocurrency. And this was in this was in North Carolina. But here in Houston, which is where she's from, 12 people sentenced in home invasion robberies to steal crypto and other valuables. This was late September. This was like not even 6 months ago. So this is definitely a crime that...
Okay, am I missing something here? A cryptocurrency is a digital currency, right? Like, it's not like people were keeping these like Bitcoin medallions like in their pocket. Like, what exactly is the plan here? Are you just gonna like sit here and like sit at someone's computer, like hold them at gunpoint and be like, now transfer this to my account? Like, is that what? I'm so confused.
You know, is happening. And this is something that, again, like with crypto, you know, people find out
Stealing the hardware that holds the data
can't be tracked. All they need to do is, you know, log into the phone, make you transfer it into their crypto wallet, and then run. She had advertised that she had millions in crypto. Just in case anyone's wondering, I have like zero crypto. I have like 0.00001 Bitcoins. So don't worry about wasting your time on me. You see this? Remy Ra St. Felix of West Palm Beach, Florida, and his co-conspirators stole over 3.5 million in victims through SIM swapping and home invasions when their victims were held at gunpoint, attacked, and bound with plastic cable ties. He was convicted in June 20.
Is this cryptocurrency called Nipple? What is that? Oh no, that's an R. Never mind. That's an R, not an N. Okay. Never mind.
25th at Greensboro, North Carolina. After a 6-day trial, and was ordered to pay $524,000 as well as 5 years supervised release on top of 47-year-long sentencing. I was like, oh my God, did he not get a sentence? According to court documents and evidence presented during trial, the initial scheme took place in late 2020. The first incident took place after co-conspirator Jared Gabriel C. Mungle of West Beach, Florida, and foreign co-conspirators stole crypto from victims by gaining control of their phones through SIM swapping. These people eventually upped their game into breaking into people's homes. Many of St. Felix's and C. Mungle's co-conspirators have pled guilty to conspiracy to commit kidnapping, with their sentencing as follows. So you see all these people who are sentenced as late as October, September, and even as February 6th, just less than a month ago, they're still trying these people. So this is not, you see here, 12 defendants sentenced for home invasion robberies to steal cryptocurrency. These are, you know, I believe this was taking place in Texas. These guys from Florida, or maybe they had traveled around, because this Houston-based crew among 12 sentenced in home invasion robberies. So this is not something that has never happened. I looked online. It's obviously being covered by just about every like entertainment news outlet, but I haven't seen any official or local report. Apparently, PD and SWAT team swiftly responded to a distress call, securing the area, ensuring that all individuals in the home were safe. Emergency medical personnel treated Amaranth on the scene before transporting her to a nearby hospital for further evaluation and treatment. Her assistant later provided updates to the public, confirming that Amaranth was not alone and was surrounded by her family while receiving medical care. I'm leaving the house now. Kate is at the hospital with family. I handled the police with statements. The animals are all safe. Kay will be discharged tonight. She does have injuries. I will be with her in the morning as well. We won't be alone at any point. There will be security. I don't believe that this is fake. This is a lot more than just releasing some grainy cell phone footage. So, you know, to me, this absolutely.
Yeah. So if she was going to fake something like this, first of all, I don't think that you actually shoot the people who you would be conspiring with to fake it. Also, if you are a live streamer and you're going to fake something like this, you would do it like during the live stream. You would plan to do it during the live stream. Not release like security cam footage afterwards. Now, is it possible that this is still fake? Sure, maybe. But I'm leaning towards it not being fake.
Looks real. The assistant also addressed the rumors circulating online, shutting down any speculation that it was fabricated. Whoever's saying this is fake, I can guarantee you it isn't. I never want to be this scared again. This is, on the same thing. There's a search for suspects. Authorities are examining surveillance footage, digital forensics, and eyewitness statements to identify, apprehend these individuals. Given the aggressive nature of the crime, the case is being treated as high priority investigation. I would argue that this is real. You shouldn't, I'm not saying that, this is why you don't flex your wealth online, is what I'll say.
I don't have any wealth to flex. I guess I have stuff
to do. There's a lot of people watching, and
if you're gonna try to, first of all, if somehow you figure out exactly where I live and you try to steal all this stuff, you're gonna have a bad day.
They always seem to know, where you're at, especially when you're a streamer. People know where you are. They know what you're up to, and they end up going after you. I mean, last night, apparently here, there was also 2 other females here who were streaming. Again, this Valkyrie person is a multi-millionaire. Emaru is a multi-millionaire. I don't know who this Cinna person is, but some psycho, allegedly, says he wants to...
Hey, excuse me?
No!
Security?
Emily, no!
Hey,
Stop!
Whoa!
It's fucking fight right now.
What?
Get away from
now.
Hey, what's going
Security!
on? He's harassing us.
What's going on?
What? What is this?
I'll kill you right now. I'll kill you right now.
Yeah.
Oh, crazy stalker.
Security, please!
Security!
I don't know who they think security is. They're in public. If only there were a tool these women could hold that would...
I mean, it looks like they're in some kind of, park. There's park security. You don't think any crypto thieves are going to break into my shipping container? Yeah, I have, dollars in cryptocurrency. I, 3. 3 whole dollars or something.
Equalize this situation. But I mean, these are, stalkers are real. They're psychotic. And you need to protect yourself. And this is a wild situation. If Amaranth teaches you anything, if you believe it's real, it's always good to be armed. Perhaps you should keep it next to your bed next time. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like on it. If you haven't yet, please subscribe or follow down below.
And it seems like
to you again real soon.
Amaranth's husband was armed. Not actually Amaranth. But now, very interesting. If it was faked, and this high-profile investigation is all based on fake information, then that is an issue. So I don't think it's that. I hope it's not that. I guess we'll see. Security's going to avoid that situation like it's the plague because they're in California and they don't want to get into trouble. Yeah. Security at parks or theaters or wherever. The job of security is not to protect people. It is to watch. To get eyewitness, to have someone who is there to document things. They're not supposed to actually engage with stuff. And obviously, that's just standard low-level security, like you're going to have at a park or something. Obviously, if you get up to armed security, then it's a different matter. But There's like your standard, like park security, mall cop kind of guy. They're not supposed to engage. They're supposed to be there to observe and like call the police. Now, I do think that a lot of the people who work security would engage and get involved in a situation like that. But that's not because they're supposed to. I think that's because they're like decent people, hopefully, and just want to help. But you doubt it's fake? Too elaborate to stage without getting caught? Yeah, so there's too many things about it that make me think that it is real. So, obviously, I already said, if it was going to be faked, like, if you're a live streamer, you're going to fake something like that. You do it while you're live streaming. Because then you get the instant, like, oh, this is happening right now. And you get like the instant jerk reaction. Also, you don't shoot your co-conspirators. That's a pretty big one for me. But also, the risk versus reward. Like, think what you want to about Amaranth, but she, as a businesswoman, has done very well for herself. I don't think she's gonna jeopardize that with some like grand conspiracy. I think the risk would be too high. Like, yeah, she's done other publicity stunts, but nothing even close to this kind of scale. So I think it's probably real. I guess we'll see as things kind of unfold. It happened like not even a week ago, so. A company you work with sometimes has found installing electric fences to be more effective than hiring security. I believe it. I believe it. Security is a deterrent to people who don't know how security works, is how that works. Basically, you've just got a guy standing there, or a guy sitting watching cameras. And then you just hope that people see that guy and like, oh, there's security. Maybe let's not do this here. But if someone actually wants to do something and there's security there, man, this security guy, he's probably unarmed. Like, what is he gonna do? Probably nothing. Yeah, something like electric fences. Electric fences, if you've never touched an electric fence, very unpleasant. Highly unpleasant. There's a reason that electric fences are used to contain things like cows. It's because they're unpleasant and they make you rethink what you're doing, even if you're not very bright, like a cow. Also, at least in my mind, this is not something I would do. Disclaimer, I'm not committing crimes. But if I was gonna, like, burgle or rob someplace, and I get there and I run into an electric fence, I'd be like, oh, this is the start. They're gonna have more past this. More security. Like, okay, well, let's not do that. Supposedly the fences are a bit spicier than cattle fences. Cattle fences are spicy. Cattle fences are unpleasant. Wish she's not gonna like this statement of mine. It's okay. She's a cowgirl, not a cow. But cows are girls. A girl cow is different than a cowgirl, which is different than a cowgirl, right? This is very important distinctions. A girl cow, a cowgirl, and a cowgirl. Those are 3 different things. So you've got the girl cow, which is a female bovine. You've got a cowgirl, which is like a ranch hand that's female who works with cows. And you've got a cowgirl, like the cute anime girl with cow features. 3 very different things. But they do sound very familiar, very, very similar to each other. Cow-human hybrids. Exactly. Aren't deer also bovine? I don't think so. Deer are not bovine, they are cervidae. So cervidae includes deer, elk, moose, reindeer, and similar. Bovine includes cows, antelope, sheep, bison. So antelope are bovine, deer are not. They are cervidae. Aren't they? Deer are made out of venison. This is true. There's food hidden inside deer. Matilda. You don't want to take the food out of all deer. Only some of them. Don't take the food hidden inside Matilda. Deer are the precursor to things you put in the smoker. Fact checked by real deer patriots. Deer are not food. I didn't say deer were food. I said that there was food hidden inside the deer. It's a very important distinction. Most wild deer have worms. Matilda, have you been dewormed? Is this... Can I get a fact check? Deer are friends, not food. What about friends and food? Like fish. Fish are friends and food. No, you don't have any worms. You think You think, oh no. Oh no. Are you late on your deworming medication? Atomic. In your state, you have a weird zombie deer virus going around. Excuse me, what? You can't just drop that. A zombie deer virus? Also doxed. Oh wait, never mind. Apparently there are cases of zombie deer disease, quote, in Maryland and Georgia. Oh, it's called chronic wasting disease, is what it's actually called. Chronic wasting disease. Docs, do you have my address? Okay, well. So, chronic wasting disease damages portions of the brain, causes progressive loss of body condition, behavioral changes, and excessive salivation, leading to death. Well, that sounds rather unpleasant. It is chronic wasting disease is a transmissible spongiform encephalopathy that affects deer. There you go, chat. There you go. You get the science words. The photos? Do I want to see photos? That sounds awful. Oh, the photos just look like emaciated deer. They're just like super skinny deer, honestly. That's not awful. It's not great. But I've seen worse things. It's just like a deer, but you can like see its bones. It's just a really skinny deer. You've seen some with missing patches of skin? That must be very late stage. I mean, there's a picture here of one that's like dissected. And that one's kind of gross. But the rest of them are, I don't know. They're not attractive looking animals. This one's kind of like missing some patches of fur. That's not like terrible. It just looks like an animal that's having a rough time. Those are like just photoshops. Photoshops. Turning the deer's eyes like glowing red. Well, they are on that stage of disease. They tend to run and hit any object in front of them. They kind of, it sounds some kind of like mania. They're manic. They just go. I guess that gets them away from the herd, which would be good. Matilda. Is Matilda a zombie? The silence pistol looks like a Star Wars weapon. It kind of look. It's kind of sci-fi. Kind of sci-fi looking. The suppressor lines up pretty nicely. Your mom had a deer throw itself at her back windshield in the middle of the night? That's crazy. That also just sounds like deer behavior. Ooh, that picture's looking pretty rough. It's not like missing chunks of skin, but it's missing like almost all its fur. And a bald deer is not attractive. Maybe because the rail of the pistol is far back. Or the suppressor and the sight. Got a nice Star Wars pistol. It's a pretty alright Star Wars pistol. I don't have. Oh, I do have. You want to see a real Star Warsy looking pistol? This one very much. This one very much is Star Warsy looking. This is my Star Wars blaster. Got the Weaver quick point on there. Space blaster gun. Looks more Star Trek to you? Maybe, maybe. There's good news though. They increased the buck limit from 1 to 2. And deer population must be increasing then. You saw one recently? What does the wheel in front of the trigger do? So, the Neo's here. Oh, we can zoom in to show. So, function of the Neos. This little wheel up here, it's got a little button next to it as well. That is disassembly. So that holds your barrel and rail and everything to the frame. Get your safety back here. That seems like it's in a super awkward spot, and it would be. But as you go and take a grip on the gun, it automatically turns off just because of having a good grip on the gun, which is kind of handy. But they're very cool, very neat little pistols. Also, if you're looking for a affordable 22 target kind of pistol, very reasonably priced. What ammo does the CP33 like? So I have had very good luck with the CCI high velocity kind of ammos, which not ideal for shooting it suppressed, but they work very well. You saw 400 use. Is that a good price? That is not. That is not. You can find them pretty often for under 300. So if we go in Gunbroker, significantly less. Obviously, so something like this still has 8 days left. And this one's at 250, ending in 1 day with no bids. It's a short one. So sub 300, probably you're going to. Have I tried CCI standard? Is there a CCI standard? I don't know if I've seen anything marked as CCI standard. Oh, just CCI standard velocity? No. No. Whenever I see CCI, it's always like something strange. The CCI, oh, what is the CCI subsonic semi? Whatever that one's called. The CCI quiet semi-auto. I don't know what the magic sauce is in that one, but that one works all right. It's something strange in the neighborhood. Who am I gonna call? I don't know. I'm gonna call whichever gun's closest. I'm gonna call SIG. Call my SIG P365. The Koch brothers? Who is the Koch brothers? Is that Caltech? Standard Manufacturing? Calico? A lot of Coke-fueled gun companies out here. Oh, Coca-Cola. Okay. Man, imagine saying Coke and not meaning cocaine. That's wow, that's truly crazy. Sometimes I forget that Coke is in fact a soda and not a hard narcotic. There's two Celtic brothers? I don't think so. I think it's just Kellgren. CCI standard is barely subsonic. It's almost as quiet as Quiet 22 semi-auto, but more power and cheaper. So I mean, with subsonic, the speed of sound changes. So you can have an ammo that's subsonic in some weather, but not in other weather. Or subsonic at some altitudes, not at other altitudes. So the speed of sound does change. By the way, you're pretty sure the original recipe for Coke had Coke in it? It did. The original recipe for a surprising amount of sodas did in fact have things like cocaine in them. It's 1070 out of a rifle. Yeah, so with the CP33, at least what in my experience, the trouble is the back pressure. So not having enough pressure to move the action with enough force. And so That's gonna come down to various factors. Obviously, putting a suppressor on does increase pressure a bit, but you're also gonna have things like ever so slightly different diameter bullets. Because if you have to have more pressure buildup to push the bullet through the barrel, then that's also going to increase the pressure going back into the system. So I don't know. I would imagine this could be an incorrect imagining that CCI uses the same bullets for various ammos. It's probably an incorrect assumption. Peanut butter and crack sandwiches. Your favorite German recipe? Is that a German World War II recipe? What is that? Peanut butter and crack sandwich. I don't know about that one. Standard is 40 grain. Quiet semi-auto is 45 grain. Okay, so yeah, it's increasing the weight by like 12% or something. So that is going to generate more pressure because it has to move more mass. Yeah, the Germans were about meth. I don't remember. I don't remember which hard narcotic German soldiers were given. I know it was one of them, but I don't remember which one. We have the internet right here. What drug were German soldiers given in World War II? Oh, crystal meth. They were given crystal meth. You're right. Crack, meth, trank. Anything to keep the Blitzkrieg blitzing. Yeah. The German soldiers were literally just drug-fueled soldiers just running across the country. All the waifu references. Hello. Welcome. Crack wasn't then synthesized until the 70s by the CIA? Was crack originally made by the CIA? Or did they just adopt it? You merely adopted the crack. I was born into it. Raised by it. What is the pistol with the suppressor? This is the Keltec CP33. LSD too? Was LSD also made by the CIA? That one wouldn't be as surprising, I think. Because obviously, there have been hallucinogenics around quite a bit. But The specific LSD compound, maybe. I don't know. Apparently I need to brush up on my history of narcotics. We have a deer and a goat and a gecko. We've got like a whole zoo. X count, the future drug lord of Transylvania. I don't know, is there money to be made in that? Is this a viable business opportunity? And can I run it from a pharmacy? Because I mean, if you're gonna sell drugs, like, you may as well do it pseudo legally with doctors' prescriptions. There's plenty of drug lords already in Romania. That's true. There are many such things there. We have a big hotel, most likely, yes. All the cocaine fueled stock traders go into that hotel. A little nose powder. All right. I saw this video. I saw this video months ago. Came out 6 months ago. I've never watched it. But also, since I'm going to be going to San Antonio next week to the Demo Ranch Guns yard sale, makes sense to consume a bit of Demo Ranch content. Hey, that's how I jump over fences.
Yeah. People be putting fences where fences don't belong. Hey, there you are.
What are you doing on my land?
Retrieving my duck.
First of all, it's not duck season. Second of all, that is a chicken.
Man, I know a duck when I see a duck. Have you never heard of a red-banded screaming mallard before?
Son, that's my wife's chicken from her chicken coop.
I know a duck. When I see a duck, shot the duck. My duck.
You know what? Why don't we settle this country style, young man?
All right. What's that mean?
We take turns kicking each other in the nuts. And whoever quits first does not get the chicken.
Duck.
I'll go first.
Okay. Okay. That was good. That was good. All right, my turn.
We need to make this kind of duel.
No. It's a duck, and I don't want it. You can have it.
Hi, I'm Nick, the fat electrician, and I called up my friend Matt of Mr. Demolition Ranch as the only person I knew that happened to have 2 houses readily available.
One of the that was a really good skit at the beginning of the video.
What size gun do you actually need for home defense if the home intruder's in your neighbor's house hiding behind their fridge?
The meme goes 50 BMG for when the burglar is behind the fridge in your neighbor's house.
I think we could get it done with smaller.
Yeah, I think something smaller. I'm gonna go on record saying 300 Win Mag will do it for sure.
300 Win Mag probably will. I think 8.6 will too.
We got an 8.6. We also have shotgun
8.6.
slugs. We have some other
8.6, solid
calibers
possibility.
We're gonna try out.
Home defense
The
rounds.
problem is we didn't have a fridge in here, and this
Is he
fridge wouldn't
destroying
fit
his
through our
old
door,
home?
So we threw it through the window. We actually
I
didn't
think
even
this
see if
is-
it would fit through. It might have fit through.
I think this is one of the
window was
buildings
right here, and that's the room we needed it in. So
that was like
okay. So we have
in
this
the-
house that's our house, and the intruder ran to.
whatever his place is, not the ranch. The resort. The resort. I know words. I think these are some of the buildings in his resort.
This house behind this fridge, and we have to kill him. Giddy up, partners. Scenario: your house just got burglarized, and the burglar was like, "I know where to." It's really hard to say burglar. The burglar was like, "I know where to go." Neighbor's house, and he runs over here. He sees that I have a gun. He runs over here, and he's like, "Oh, I'm safe, finally." And he's just resting here, thinking all is fine because he's in a different house behind a fridge. But
It worked for Indiana Jones. He survived a nuclear bomb inside of a fridge, so he should be fine.
well, things were made better back in the old days.
Things were
we're
made
gonna
better
start
back in the
small,
old
classic
days.
ranch style. We'll start with 22, which ain't going to do anything. Maybe we should space it off from the wall so we can actually look and see where it stops.
See if I want to see if 22 gets through the wall.
One wall. And then also we also have to be able to hit him too. Are we shooting through 2 wall, like my house wall and this house wall, or are we just shooting through an open window?
To be realistic, I would say we shoot through a window.
Okay.
But also, it might be more fun if we shot through a wall.
Guys, if you want to shoot at your neighbor's house, you would probably open up a window first. So you open up your window and you're like, quit bugging me about those extra cars I have parked in the street, Ron.
Ron.
AC is expensive, okay?
So we'll be shooting from that house at this house. We're gonna mark a target kind of so we can hopefully hit it. Yeah, I would say this level. A little lower. Yeah, hold on, let me look at it.
That was pretty close.
Yeah, I think that's it. Okay.
What if there's another target
Children.
slightly to the left?
Children.
Another fridge on this side too, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Nick was right. There's a.
Yeah, definitely.
They're lopsided. Don't judge.
Okay, it's fine.
Perfect,
It
David.
happens.
Nothing's perfect.
Your grandfather's
Just
stove
easier to
from
turn one
1975
direction.
still
Okay, her name's
works.
Eileen. I mean, no, never mind.
Oh no, we have just been burglarized.
Yeah, I know people who still have like fridges
There
and
goes
refrigerators
the
from
burglar alert. We're gonna go
like the
open this
80s
window.
that are still
Take him
kicking
out.
and doing pretty well.
22 long rifle first. We're gonna try to line it up on the left.
You think they need a nose?
Target and
Maybe a tall target
through the wall.
on the top?
You think it's gonna go through the wall?
It's right here.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it'll go through the wall. I don't think it'll even get into the inside of the fridge though. I think you actually have one more. You may do it.
Oh, I thought we were taking turns.
I think there's one more. You did that with no sight? All right, we're clear
20
now.
feet away.
Let's go see.
I told you I didn't need to turn the optic on.
Yeah, yours actually were really close. All right, let's see what happened. I think that's going to be a hit on the fridge.
Bad guy, completely safe.
Nothing? Oh, wait. That looks like a bullet hole.
What is that?
That's a dent. Whoa, this glass is loud. Yeah,
Did 22 almost make it?
that's a straight up bullet hole.
22's got a lot more ass than I thought it did.
Okay. So did all.
It through the wall and in through the first layer of the fridge.
Let me see. So are there 3 holes coming through the wall?
One.
Well,
yeah,
video
one,
over.
Two. Yeah, 1,
3.
1, 2, 3. I'm impressed. This is going to be a lot smaller bullet than I thought.
Ah, it's going to be a 9mm for sure, right? All right, that was close. This
It
guy.
also depends what part of the fridge it looks like.
Huh?
It also depends on what part of the fridge.
Yeah.
That's also true.
That one would have got him right in the spine if it was a little more powerful. So let's do that. Up next, 9mm out of the MP5. I think it's gonna be similar to the 22.
I think 9mm is gonna do it. If the 22 got that close.
Same, yeah, like left. Okay, let's see. One of those went pretty low.
Oh yeah, something came through. I saw it.
Oh, that's pass. It missed him. Oh, both of them. They both went through. Both of them, there and there. Okay, 9mm went through both. Both
But you missed him.
though. Oh, here's one in the wall. One hit the wall. Right here. One's in the chair? Yeah, one hit the chair, one hit the wall.
If he had legs, they might have hit his leg.
Aiming, it's really just like luck of the draw after it penetrates through that wall and through the fridge. It's probably
yeah.
Or getting deflected. So we're gonna have to punch through with something faster.
AR-15s are common home defense, but when they go through stuff, they're way more powerful than a 9. But when they go through stuff, they're going so fast they a lot of times explode, fly apart. So it might not have as much luck making it through the wall in the fridge.
It's gonna keyhole after that first layer of the exterior wall.
Lieutenant Dan is safe. Lieutenant Dan is safe.
9mm will hit the bad guy through the fridge in the house next door.
You're relying on luck.
So weird though. ACR, chambered in 5.56.
Oh.
Which, if you don't know, is common.
Is the ACR going to be at the Demo Ranch gun yard sale? Go buy that one.
Round the AR-15 shoot, and it goes real fast and should break apart. That's so loud in here. Oh shit!
Oh yeah, that one hit the. I saw the jiggle. Ooh, that jiggled a lot.
There's dust coming out, or smoke. I don't know. Bam, bam.
Holy shit!
He's very dead.
It's like dust in here.
Is that both of them? Oh yeah, that's both of them. That one took a lot of trash with it. There's the other hit. But there's our two AR holes right there.
Okay, so if you're in a gunfight, don't hide behind a refrigerator.
What if he's hiding behind the fridge and a door?
Put him out here?
I don't see why not.
Let's do it. That's the 9mm. I was just walking through the house and I kicked something and it's totally a 9.
Maybe we should put the guy in add another wall between them now.
Okay, so yeah, we're changing this test because everything's going through. In here is the bathroom. We're gonna put the fridge in the corner, so we'll shoot through the house, through the fridge, through this wall, into the shower. We're gonna assume he's taking a bath. He's just chilling in there in the bathtub.
Trying to rinse away all the sin from stealing my shit.
Long day of burglarizing.
Long day of burglarizing.
Long day of burglarizing your neighbor.
Try to shoot him through 2 walls, a fridge, and a shower. See what happens. Also, check out this shirt. It's pretty sweaty, but this is this month's subscription shirt. We have one every month, and if you sign up for it, we pick one of you guys to win
This 6 months?
a case of ammo.
Man, I missed out on the 6 months of Demolition Ranch subscription.
This kind of price. You also might win a bunch of ammo. So link to the description below. Sign up for our subscription. He is taking a shower to get clean with all the mold around him. Next up, 12 gauge shotgun out of the chaos. We forgot to bring a mag, so single load them. It's a slug, 12 gauge, 1 ounce slug. That went high left. Let's do one more. Oh yeah, that's the shot. I think one of those should get him, if it would get him.
Oh my, oh.
Is he dead?
He got saved by RNG. You thought he sold bunker branding? I mean, bunker branding definitely is not going to go anywhere. Like he definitely will give it or sell it to someone else. There's too much business there to not. Megalum, welcome, hello. When I go to San Antonio, can I get you something from Matt's collection? I don't think that buying guns for other people is legal. I do in fact believe that that is question 21A on the 4473. But I don't know. I probably definitely will be like taking pictures and like sharing it in Discord and or on Twitter. And buy it as a gift. As a gift? You think I can afford to just buy guns and give them away for free? I'm not made out of money. I'm a VTuber.
Ed.
Oh, he is super lucky.
Really missed him?
He his pants. Look, you can see it hit the.
Oh my god! And
it hit the shower curtain. How far to go? It went through the next wall.
What? Oh, so that first one you shot, it must have just hit the studs in the corner of the house because only one came through the fridge. So that's our slug that came through the fridge. Let's go see. It went through the fridge, through the shower, so through 2 walls, a fridge, a shower,
Through this wall.
through that wall, 3 walls.
It was in the wall.
It's in the wall.
It stopped in the wall. I just pushed my finger through. I felt it fall through the studs. Yeah.
Sweet. Okay. We
2
have.
walls.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a record, which is it's kind of what we thought because it carries so much mass. He had another idea for a gun that he has never fired before. The 8.6 Blackout. It's a huge, fast bullet that's going.
If the
faster
12 gauge slug
than a shotgun slug.
made it through, 8.6 100%. 100% 8.6 is going
Sounds
through.
like a drill bit just going straight through everything.
So we're gonna try that. The Q. What is that? Yeah, it's a Q fix chambered in 8.6 Blackout. 5.56. Ooh, 8.6. That's all big boy. So these are actually supersonics. Big giant round.
Supersonic hollow point.
And we'll see what it does. That was a little high to shoot, going a little low. I saw smoke coming out of the house. I mean, it's probably just sheetrock dust.
That was good. It's just above where the slug went.
Oh, yeah.
One
You
more.
know, why not?
One more. This one go right there.
I think I was hit by the
8.6 Blackout is a very fun
Yeah,
round.
that one went through the studs for sure.
That's what I want to know.
That's a big hole you got there. Nice big hole. I want to further investigate it. Oh, we got new holes. Is that 3 new holes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The door.
Let's see these dead.
David.
Oh, nice.
All 3 of them going
Keyhole.
sideways.
That's cool.
So they went through a wall and a fridge, and all 3 of them were coming out flipping. And still going. If you had that much energy, but they still
Did they
managed
actually
to
hit the dummy though?
Oh my gosh, he's dusty. Is he dead?
No, I missed again. They went right by him. So it keyholed through the shower, through the other side of the shower. Let's see if it went through the wall.
This one came through, hit the door. It actually stopped on this. You can see it was going sideways right here. This one stopped. This one went through the door. Where's the 3rd one? So wait, which one of these?
3rd one's probably
Which one was the slug?
slug was right here.
That was slug?
Yeah.
So this was one, so that missed the door. So that carried on.
Holy, is that really where it was?
Oh, there's a hole right here.
In the
One
cabinet?
on the side.
Dude, we caught it in the cabinet.
Crazy. So it is still so hot. It,
Man, I wish I had an abandoned
it
house
flattened out
that I
on
could
the
just
front.
shoot bullets into.
And then it just became a tumbling rod. Look at those spirals on it. See that rifling marking? So where's the other one? 2 of them, but oh, here it is.
Shit, we almost shot through the whole house.
Oh, it's got to be here somewhere. There it is. There's another one. Cool. Ooh, those are warm. We haven't made it through the whole house yet, but 8.6 Blackout tried really hard. It hit. This is our exterior wall. It stopped on the exterior wall.
On the other end of the house.
On the other side of the house.
That
We
is
have bigger guns.
houses
The Nemo
not very good
is
at stopping
the
bullets.
Win Mag, which is a really good sniper caliber, which is why we have a 1X sight on top of it. Got our little EOTech. Which we also haven't sighted in, so we're just gonna kind of see where this goes. Wow, this thing's long. All right, 300 Win Mag, firing at my neighbor's house.
Yeah, tiny bit more left.
More left.
Yeah.
Woo!
Oh, still missed the dummy.
It doesn't look like it's tumbling.
That house might be in
as
better
bad.
shape than yours, even with the holes. Oh no.
That's probably it right there.
So it looks like they're going through much straighter than the 8.6. The 8.6 was tumbling a lot. These don't look like they are.
We still missed him.
Still missed them?
We need a
They-
bigger gun. Or
They
better
can't hit the
aim.
dummy.
But I can't get better aim.
What
very
holes are
quick.
new? That's new, right?
Yeah.
So that's a straight hole. Is that new? These 2 holes right here?
Might be. Let's
I
see.
think those,
Where are they?
and that's about how far apart they were. These little dents. There's jacket. Ooh. So that was just a
300 Win Mag
chunk
is
coming through.
breaking up a lot more.
Yeah, so that one was
Probably
falling apart.
speed.
So the 8.6 was holding together. These were not. That's why those look like they're not keyholing. It's because it was just a small little piece. And then this is where it hit. Looks like there's some dents in the back of this door right here.
8.6 is just a penetrator round.
You're right.
50 cal.
I wish we brought a 50 cal. Okay, thanks for watching. See you guys next time.
We did bring 50 cal.
Oh, okay, then we can shoot it. Black
Nothing
tip.
between
Black
350.
Black tip. Black tip. The
You're not gonna
last
pull out
four
a
rounds
338 or
black tip.
416 or
Can't say
something,
what those mean.
or 417.
Faster.
What's the
faster than
Shy-Tech
normal
round?
rounds. And the first four
House piercing
are going to be just regular ball ammo, which is what the black tips are also. Just go ahead and dump those 8 rounds into our burglar.
8 rounds of 50 cal inside of a house.
All right, you got that? I'm just gonna be back here.
That's gonna be loud. At least the muzzle's outside.
Oh, what? Never jams. Oh, no.
Did he hit the charging handle on the windowsill?
Oh,
Oh, toss those out
here. Those had some deep primer strikes in them, so that was just some bad ammo.
Whoops. I don't know where this came from.
All right, we got some normal rounds that all should fire.
Ready?
Ready!
375 Shy-Tech.
They have that huge brake that directs all of the noise back into the house. It's really awesome.
I swear there's some kind of like 4 something Shy-Tech round. Have they hit this dummy in the shower yet? 408, that's the one. That's the one I was trying to think of. Oh, there goes someone's water.
Because we kept missing him just barely, so.
Yeah, you got here, 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 and here.
Yeah, buddy.
Those are some good shots. Okay, I think those are kill shots.
Well, for sure.
Oh, dang.
At least one of those has to have hit the dummy, right?
If it landed here.
Hold on. Do you
Maybe.
think you think anyone's gonna come serve us a summons in this house? Like, what do you need?
You can tell it clearly comes from inside the house.
Yeah. The cop's gonna walk up and go,
Step to the side and ring the doorbell.
Mr. Carragher, we have a warrant. Please, if it's okay with you, we have a warrant. Oh, it's dusty.
Let's go to the fridge first.
Yeah.
Definitely went through.
Dude, that's so cool.
That's a big keyhole.
All 5 of those, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, are all going sideways.
And 300 Win
I
Mag
mean, like, look at a big
is the
8.6
only of the
round
larger
keyhole.
calibers that
These
didn't
are
keyhole.
5 times bigger.
They were already keyholing in the fridge.
Yeah. They're coming out of that fridge sideways. Let's see if they kill our guy. Oh, it's so dusty. Oh, my chair. Oh, the guy's not in the chair anymore, so he's probably dead.
Oh, yeah.
Is he dead?
Oh, yeah.
Take him to the living room. I'll get my chair.
Oh, you dropped something, sir. You dropped a piece of flesh.
Oh,
There you go.
he's got an extra armpit.
Oh, man.
Look what happened to the chair that's busted.
Oh,
Dude.
just
that's
ripped a
just
chunk out of his
sideways round
side.
going
That's,
through like
yeah,
that.
a keyhole going
That
through
is a
somebody.
50 cal just going like a knife through him. Not like a bullet.
Here's another
Yeah,
one.
There's another one.
That one goes all the way through.
Ooh. Sharp?
Yeah.
What's
That's
in
in
there? Oh.
Found it.
How'd that feel?
That was okay. There's
Well,
another
more
one
in there. Yeah, there's still a bullet. So one bullet's stuck in him, or at least jacket.
Keyhole and
They do kind of shed their jacket.
I think given the option, I would prefer to not get hit by a keyholing 50 BMG.
Oh. So we had a bullet go through there, through there, through there. I see a couple holes in the exterior wall. Oh, look how high. Oh. There we miss this window? Nothing hit the glass.
All that and the glass is intact.
Hole. That's all 5 of our rounds still going. They all came through. Yep. So the meme is wrong. We myth busted it. It's 50 BMG for when the burglar hides behind the fridge in your neighbor's house. We need to further test. We need to get 3 houses in a row and further test this.
Call it a block party.
Yeah. Let's call a block party. Go check out Fat Electrician.
Who's gonna accept the invite to that block party?
Trying to.
I would.
Go check him out. This was his idea. I just
50 BMG is expensive. You should use the Browning M2 more.
House with a gun, I'm happy.
That's true. Also, if you
I'm sure
have
that the Browning M2 is
3
very
houses
hard to
in a
transport.
row that we can come test on, let me know, and we'll duct tape the holes up after we're done, so it's all good. Thanks for watching this episode of Demos Ranch. I love you. I'll see you next time. Open up.
He's got a crew and a half-ton. Yeah, but I'm sure that Mr. Carricker also suffers from laziness sometimes. Like there is no doubt that it is way easier to take out a Barrett than it is an M2. If I had an M2, I would use it all the time, though. Maybe I just would use it all the time because I don't know how terrible it is to transport.
Let's end this video.
I don't know. Very cool. So, 50 BMG. For when you need to kill a home invader 2 houses down. Assuming no brick walls. No brick outer walls or inner walls. I want them to do it again, except with a brick outer wall. I feel like brick walls are pretty common. Like brick or cinder block. If they had a brick wall, I guarantee the 22 would not have gone through the fridge. That is... Oh, I can't believe the 22. The 22 went almost all the way through the fridge. Actual insanity. Brick more common in my area than in the north? Why would they not use brick in the north? Is brick like bad at... No? Because if brick was bad at insulation, then they wouldn't use it in the south. Because it gets hot. I don't know. I don't know. Common materials? Does no one know how to make bricks in the north? Is that... Why does no one how to... Why can no one make bricks up north? You had a brick factory near me? I mean, if you go up north, like into cities, there's a lot of like cinder blocks and stuff. But cinder blocks don't look good. Like the nice red bricks, they look nice. As someone from the north, You got a ton of brick buildings? Oh, maybe it's like sub-regional? I don't know. Because like buildings do look different some places than others. You have a lot of brick buildings too? I guess the houses that he was shooting at are literally in Texas. So, and they didn't have bricks. So maybe it's not a north versus south thing. I don't know what it would be, but maybe it's not that. Because that was somewhere around San Antonio, where Demo Ranch is. Who knows? Who knows? It's not me. I don't know. Texas houses in the hill country have that white stone on the outside. So a lot of Texas houses will have either stone or brick. The white stone is a very common natural resource here. Like if you want that white stone, you just kind of start digging and you can literally get it yourself. The thermal battery effect of masonry is more useful in hotter climates. Interesting. I definitely know what thermal battery is. But if you use big words, it makes it sound like you're correct. So I'm gonna assume you're correct. Keeps the cool during the day, traps the heat at night. I mean, like a white stone or something, just purely based on the color, it's gonna reflect more sun rays, more heat. So that would make sense, particularly for the white stone. For a darker masonry though, I don't know. Local materials is big factor. That's true. It's why you don't see a bunch of construction done with logs in Texas. There's not very many plants in Texas that make wood large enough or sturdy enough for construction. You have palm trees? I don't think palm trees are good for construction. I could be wrong. That seems like a decorative plant. And I'm sure you can make small structures out of it. You can make small structures out of near anything. All right. Oh. Apparently, a TFB is a big fan of Tanfoglio at Iwa, because they've now released multiple Tanfoglio videos about various CZ75 clones. So yes, let's watch new Tanfoglio. Hey, this isn't the old guy. Has Classic featured? I don't know. We'll check. We'll check after this one. See if Classic has done any Iwa coverage yet.
Durable, accurate, functional.
I'm pretty sure Kaya said he was going to.
Pistols. You guys know that's a little bit over my head. So fortunately, Giuseppe's here. He's going to explain the new stock and stock 3 special pistols. Tell me about these.
These are new models.
Didn't the Tanfoglio stock? Doesn't that already exist?
Our stock family. What we done? New checkering on the stock 3 special. So when you have
top slide serrations,
you have very helpful. G10 grips.
Is this guy also Giuseppe?
Our new double action trigger.
He's at least not the same Giuseppe.
And inside we have new springs, so you have a very comfortable double action and single action.
And what about this one? So that's the stock 3 special. This is just the stock.
This is the stock. It's shorter. Okay, you don't have the rail under the frame.
Oh, it's shorter.
Same as the stock 3 special. G10 grips.
I want the longer one.
The new trigger. And this is EDPA legal.
I see.
Because the weight stay under the request of the rules.
Oh, this one is the IDPA special.
What is the stock family? You said, look, this is a continuation of the stock family. So if I don't know, I'm watching this, what is the stock family?
We start in the 90 with the stock. After we have the stock 2, the stock 3, stock 3 special, the extreme line, the stock 2, that is our famous production gun. After we came out with the stock 1, short one with the also the rail under the frame, and now this is the last 2 of the family.
I see. Are you proud of this family, of the stock family? You say it's famous. Why is it?
Of course they're proud of it. They're adding stuff to the line.
Because when we start to do the stock 2 with bull barrel, most of the shooters find that it was the perfect size for the production category.
I know a lot of guys that are professional shooters that I interact with, kind of, the work we do, and everyone raves about Tanfoglio. They say this is the most durable pistol, it's the best tournament pistol, and it's something that I feel like you're very underappreciated outside of the competition realm. So that's why we're here to talk to you about these guns and kind of bring some attention.
Tanfoglio competition pistols are expensive.
Last question. What
regular Joe is not going to buy one of the Tanfoglio competition pistols.
We present in 90, okay? But if you want, you can have all the caliber. 9, 40, 38, 45, and 10.
And 10 millimeter. And that's
Yes,
another thing is these guys support the heck out of 10 millimeter. So if you're looking for a 10, you might want to look to Tanfoglio. Pricing. This one, 1,500, starts at 1,500 euro.
Yes.
And
starts at 1,500.
For the stock 3 special, and then the regular stock, 1,389 euro. Did we cover everything? Is there anything else that you'd like to add?
Okay.
Very good, Giuseppe. Thank you so much, guys.
Welcome.
Thank you for watching TFB TV, and stay tuned. We're bringing you more from IWA 2025. Take care.
Not market breaking, I don't think. Another CZ75 derivative. See, nothing yet from Classic for Iwa for this year. There's stuff from last year. We could watch Classic's coverage of Iwa from last year. Did I see the Taurus PCC? I did. I did see the Taurus PCC. And honestly, I really like it. I am a fan of it. RPC. My concern with the Taurus PCC is the same as my concern with a lot of the other PCCs being released. I need the stock. I know this one, they said it's got Picatinny on the back. So you can put any stock on it you want. But I want the stock that it's supposed to have.
Welcome back to Class Farms, guys. Kai over here, tuning in from Nuremberg, Germany, IWA 2025. I'm at Taurus' booth, and they've got something brand new, just unveiled. In fact, it is a concept, kind of prototype. It's not even ready yet, and it is this RPC 9. This thing looks pretty cool. It looks kind of like BNT, something tiny.
You don't want any stock, you want that one. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's got this stock that's made for it. Look at the lines. The lines match up on it, and it's nice looking. Hopefully we get the stock. Hopefully they don't neuter it for import. So they'll import it as a pistol. Almost definitely. Just because that's what's easy right now. So they'll import it as a pistol without the stock. And to do that, they shouldn't have to neuter it too much. Besides obviously taking off the stock. But they better make the stock available aftermarket.
9mm pistol caliber carbine. Looks pretty good. And, you know, knowing that this is coming from Taurus, you know, it's definitely going to have good quality, good reliability, let's just say. At a price point that pretty much everybody's going to be
Thank you for the
happy
follow.
about. Somewhere in the 650 range MSRP, but which tells me that this should be easily found in the 500.
Looking kind of different. Yeah, we've been Rule 63 today. So a little more, very much more feminine looking.
Hundreds in the United States. Now, when is it going to be in the United States? Sometime later this year, let's just say. That's it. Now, let me talk about some of the specs on this one. But before I get to it, I know I'm going to start manipulating this gun and all that stuff, and I have this handheld mic. Let me find a solution for this one real quick. And
Classic needs to invest in a lapel mic for their guys going to the shows. Like that is not an optional accessory for them.
Put this right here, so that way I have my own mic. There you go. I think you guys hear me just fine. So this is good, actually. Boom. All right, so here it is, RPC 9. Looks really cool, collapsible. I'm gonna start from the back this time. This collapsible telescoping stock. Obviously, in the US, we'd have our own braces. It is a 1930.
No, don't give me a brace. Don't accept mediocrity. Give me the stock. Looks like 2025 is going to be all about PCC. Get hecked, tactical lever gets. That does definitely seem like where the market is leaning right now. Which is good. I dislike strongly tactical lever guns. With a few exceptions. PCC, way better. 10K redeem. Yeah, we've got the 10K channel point redeem for Rule 63. It does also work the other way around. So if you're tired of looking at the X-Countess You can rule 63 me back.
13 compatible, so you can just throw whatever you want back there. And there's obviously 3 positions here. So that's pretty cool right there. And moving towards here, the selector lever, ambidextrous. You can see it right there on this side, and you can just see it on this end. It is, I believe, yeah, it feels, yeah, it's like some type of metal, but the lower is actually all polymer on this one, right? Couple
Polymer
of pins
lower?
right here. You pop these things, and the gun opens up, and
Pretty
good it
standard.
goes. But it is polymer, and the top is metal. And the grip seems to be AR style grip. It appears. Again, we don't know every detail on this one because Taurus will not talk about this. In fact,
that
they're not
is
supposed
that is 100% an AR grip.
to even, I guess, kind of showcase it, but they're, I guess, teasing us folks. So I don't know a lot of information about this. So I'm just gonna go on with
Wait. So they have this out. They have this out on display, but they're just refusing to talk about it. Interesting.
with what I visibly see, and this thing seems like it's a regular AR grip. So I'll go ahead and say that you could probably put your AR grip on this thing. But it is actually nice. A little rubbery feeling on this one. Actually,
Oh, rubber?
like if I got this thing, I
Ugh.
don't even replace it because it does
I
feel
don't like
pretty
rubber
good.
grips.
Normally, I replace all my grips. Like it needs to be the right, you know, like MacBook K2 or B5 stuff, right? Moving on to the trigger area. Now, we send this bolt home, and trigger is just little
Flat trigger?
It's a regular PCC.
That's a flat trigger with serrations. Interesting. Usually don't see serrations on the front of a trigger. Vast majority of gun buyers don't want to give the government $200 for a slight increase in comfort and better looks. I mean, even if like 95% of people don't want that, it's still the 5% who do. And I want to be able to. Like, I'm not saying bring in as many of the stocks as you do guns, but just bring in at least some of them so they're available. Like, you're getting shipments of stuff anyways. Just like throw in some of these.
Trigger, right? Just like that. That's the, oh, there we go.
Ooh, that
did it a little too fast.
That looks like a pretty squishy
That's the
flat
wall,
trigger.
And then it breaks nice and crisp. And then here is the reset. Kind of like moderate distance reset, but very positive. You actually feel that on your finger. So there is that. And moving towards here. Now ambidextrous magazine release, like on this side, obviously. And we've got
Literally no downside to offering the stock. Free sale for people who want it in smaller numbers. Yeah, so if you import the stocks, obviously they're available for the gun they're supposed to go on. But also, it's just a Picatinny attachment stock. Like, you could put it on something else. Like, just because it's supposed to go on this doesn't mean it couldn't go somewhere else. Like, it's just a standard accessory. Made for this. Could go on something else. Obviously, the PDW style stock that has
on this side
the two rails that come out. Going to be a little harder to fit on some things, but just give it to us. Taurus, Beretta, Chiappa, I'm looking at you.
pretty cool. Also ambidextrous bolt catch or bolt release. Let me remove the magazine and demonstrate that right here. So you press right here. You gotta press a little bit harder. So ergonomically, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, not that bolt release, bolt catch is not all that ergonomic, at least for me. So let me tell you guys what I'm talking
Looks
about.
okay.
Now, I wanna send this bolt home, right? And I'm having a hard time reaching it, right? It's kind of like tip of my finger is kind of touching.
Oh, short finger problems. Short finger problems, I see.
That, and I've got big hands, so if you had even...
Oh, he looks like he's got very large palms and short fingers. I've got the opposite. Got small palms, long fingers.
In smaller hands, and you're not reaching. You're just going to be somewhere around here. So you'll have to change your grip or maybe move a couple fingers, kind of like, you know, kind of defeat the purpose a little bit when it comes to ambidextrous bolt release, bolt catch. And when we try to catch this bolt back here.
Oh, it's ambidextrous? Okay, well, and you can just use it like an AR. It'll be fine.
So I just press. I got to press a lot. There you go. It's right there. So that's it.
Long finger neighborhood.
Like
gotcha, hands keep moving.
For me, I think this...
It still has the standard, like, almost AR placement bolt release on the other side. So, if you're used to that, then you can still do it like that.
Could have been, personally thinking this bolt catch, bolt release could have been maybe a couple of millimeters, 3 millimeters to the rear. That would have been better. And obviously on this side as well, you can just do your traditional. So if I go up here, there you go. You ran the gun, bolt lock to the rear. So you did your reload, like pop, send this home, the bolt goes forward, get back into it. So
hold on.
Picking your reload, like.
Okay. This magazine not compatible, at least from this angle. Looks like it's not compatible with the CT9.
Pop, send this home, the bolt goes forward, get back into it.
No HK slap?
So, full Picatinny rail up here.
It looks like
just good old
you should be able to slap it.
There's a
I think
couple of
there's a notch there.
Collapsible, mechanical polymer sights on this. I'm not sure if this gun will come with these. I mean, these are pretty affordable entry-level sights, so maybe. But again, we don't know. So there's that. And there is your QD sling attachment points in the back right here. I kind of bypass.
Maybe there's not a notch there. Maybe no slap. Yeah, no slap.
Right there. And moving forward to, so we have this, it's talking about the bolt. Let me get to the bolt. This is going to be a direct blowback system. So there's no other, it's just a blowback system. And you can actually swap this charging handle to either side. There's that. You just move this and plug it on the other side. And moving forward to the M-LOK section right here.
Single M-LOK slot.
Right here. And one slot right here. There is a nice built-in hand stop. So when you grab it, so it's kind of right there.
Perfect size for a tactical Magwell C-clamp.
And you notice that I'm grabbing this thing just like that. The charging handle is right there. Well, good thing is it is non-reciprocating, so you're not going to have to worry about that thing coming back and hitting your hand, creating a malfunction, right? So about M-LOK on 3 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and 6 o'clock positions for your attachments. The barrel length is 4.5 inches. This is obviously a threaded barrel right here, so you can just kind of attach a direct thread suppressor or some other muzzle devices that you prefer. And obviously more barrel lengths will be coming in the future. At this point, 4.5 inch, that's it. And magazine, now 32 round Taurus proprietary magazine.
This does look like it uses the same follower. Same follower as the SAF and CT9 mags. It doesn't have any cutout on the back though.
Unfortunately, yes, they're not.
Testing will be required.
One of those really, CZ Scorpion or Cold Stick style or Glock mags, etc. Magazines where there's a lot of them out there. It's gonna be just this, but 2 of them will come with this gun. Overall, this is what it is. Flat face trigger and looks pretty good, honestly, for what it is, and especially like right around that $650 price range.
Blowback,
that's the MSRP.
all interest
I'm sure
lost.
You'll find this gun in the
I don't mind blowback.
This thing actually looks pretty sweet. Just throw your optic on there and you're good to go. You know, throw a brace obviously in the back.
No.
I mean, look at this
No.
thing.
Give me the stock.
Looks
I don't want the
well, let's
brace.
just call this the poor man's B&T. I don't know. That's what I could just say. But let us know your thoughts in the comment section. What do you think? Did you guys know about this? Because there's a couple of pictures that are floating on the internet right now. But as far as we know, this is just unveiled for the very first time here at
Poor man's
IWA
MPX.
or IWA.
Nothing like a B&T. It definitely more MPX than B&T.
2025, Nuremberg, Germany. First hands-on. That is about it. And guys,
He probably was just recently at B&T or something. There's B&T on the mind.
again, let me know your thoughts. And also check out CF Contest. Good things happen there. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Google it. You'll see it. Barrett M107, H&K MR762s, like all kinds of like big unicorn type deal, like
B&T built at Taurus.
Intervention. We have featured all kinds of stuff on there and some really, really cool things coming. We've made some connections on this show. Like, let's just say, I'm not even gonna give you any hints on that one. Some really big connections, some extremely special items. Even I'm unhappy.
Yo, Classic is gonna be importing Taurus now? What? That's crazy.
That we have to kind of feature them because I really want them for myself.
Maybe
But,
they'll
hey,
import
we're
the
gonna do it all for
stocks.
you guys. So check out CF Contest. Guys, as always, we appreciate your business. God bless. We'll see you on the next one.
I almost definitely will be getting one of those. To add to my Taurus PCC collection. I need they better give me the stock though. You need to get the Taurus. Tell Shotgun Gabe it's better than the MPX. I believe it. I believe it's better than the MPX. Taurus quality control. Probably about the same as SIG. But Taurus customer service, way better. Taurus customer service is way better than SIG. As long as you can get a hold of them. Which I guess applies to both of them. They say roller delay, but what kind of roller delay? Single roller. I don't know. Yeah, blowback, direct blowback, super easy. Hard to mess up. I would say if anyone could do it, mess up blowback, it'd be Taurus. But they've already made quite a few, so... Yeah, maybe not quite a few. They've made some. But I think Taurus should do okay. USFA, 2 light polymer bolt. Okay, well, if we go ahead and dig a hole to put the bar in that we're trying to get over, then yeah, the USFA Zip 22. Blowback is boring though. I mean, roller delay is good. Roller delay, any other kind of delay, is good. But roller delay is cheaper, both to manufacture and then also to sell. Oh? What is this? What is this? Hold on. Classic? From Iwa? I mean, direct blowback. Is it roller delay? Direct blowback, cheaper. Roller delay, more expensive. From what year? 9 days ago? Oh, we already saw this one then. Oh yeah, the Stinger 9. Yeah, we already saw this one. I thought this was new, but it's 9 days. This is over a week old. Another PCC. Looks cool though. The other Czech Evo. And this one you can slap. Scorpion Evo 4.0. I wonder what the construction of the charging handle for that Taurus PCC is. Like if I cut a notch at the back for the Taurus PCC, could I slap it? You can slap the Evo 3 though. It's true, you can. You can slap this one too. Look, it's got the little notch cut out. This one is slappable. And there's still quite a bit of a tactical lever action that's trying to come out. But I am glad that the market is moving away from that. PCCs and subguns, way cooler than a tactical out lever gun. A lot of these guns look so familiar to you, and you realize you've been playing too much hot dog, horseshoes, and hand grenades. There's definitely a lot of cool guns in that. I have not played it though. I don't have VR. So I can't really play it. I'm missing out. I need to get VR. But VR is so expensive. Do you realize how many guns I can buy with the price of a good VR set? One. It depends on which VR set you buy. But if I got VR, I'd want like a full body. So like I need to get like the Vive full body VR tracking. And that's like $1,200. You could buy 2 guns with that. You could buy 12 high points with that. Expensive starting out, it is. I mean, there are cheaper VR systems. But I want a full body. So that limits which ones I could get. Oh, maybe. Maybe one day. Then we can do VR streams. I have thought about trying to set up a kind of like augmented reality kind of thing with a green screen or a blue screen. If anyone watches or has seen like onigiri streams that have like hands floating and doing stuff, I've thought about trying to set something like that up to show guns, so I could like actually like hold them in front of me, not out like on a table. But I have not done that, obviously. That would be pretty relatively simple to set up. Do full body with Quest headset too? Can you? How much does Quest VR full body cost? Oh, that Xbox Connect? I don't have an Xbox Connect. I have no idea how that works. No idea. It seems like it wouldn't be as accurate. That work? Onigiri with guns, not food? Exactly. I think that'd be neat. That'd be an interesting one to set up. I think Onigiri mostly does like, for her cooking stuff, she mostly just does flesh tuber content for that, right? I don't know, I haven't had as much time recently to just watch literally all the VTubers. Yeah, the whole augmented reality with full body tracking and green screen or blue screen. I want to try to make that work, except very difficult. She wears a blue chroma key suit. I have heard about that. I have also heard that the blue suit, if you're a dude, very much shows what you're packing. I have heard that from stories shared. And the best and most expensive is to use normal Steam VR lighthouse tracking. I don't even know what that means. What is lighthouse tracking? Oh, that's just like the base stations. Base station tracking. Okay. Yeah, though that is definitely the more accurate one. If I got VR, that's the one I would want. But if I got it, it'd be expensive. One day, I will have all the coolest, best high-tech equipment. Until then, I'm gonna make that harder by spending money on guns. I've got too many expensive hobbies and stuff. They're taking my money in different directions. There's camera-based, super janky, and IMO-based tracking. IMU-based. Yeah, so I've kind of experimented with camera-based tracking here. So just for like hand and arm tracking. But that's super janky. And you will notice my hands no longer move. For a little bit I had hand tracking set up, but then I kept getting all flaily, and so I took that off. Mostly what I need to do, if I was going to do that, is do more research. I've been streaming for 5.5 hours already. Oh my, time is not real when I'm streaming. It's unreasonable. IMU is basically a bunch of accelerometers to measure limb rotations. They drift slowly over time. That seems like it could be a problem. So there's VR tracking like gloves, right? Like gloves that you wear that track so that you don't have to hold a controller, right? If I did VR, I would want that. Because then I could still like hold guns. And that is important. The gloves are silly expensive. I think Philian uses the gloves, right? Probably. How expensive is silly expensive? I need to know how expensive it is. Okay, it depends on which ones you get. I see. But it seems like about $4,000. Very expensive. Pretty sure she uses index controllers mostly. Has limited finger tracking. Maybe. The gloves seem very expensive. You are correct. Silly expensive. I don't know, if I ever start VR kind of stuff, the VR haptic gloves Not starting equipment. That is not equipment for VR newbies. That is equipment for VR pros, which I am not. The gloves double or triple the cost of VR. No big deal. No big deal. The VR setup's only like $1,200 for the basic full body tracking. And you're only adding like $4,000 on top of that. Pocket change, really. Like, would you rather have VR tracking gloves or an MSRP scar? I would rather have the VR tracking gloves, I'm gonna be honest. Scar is cool. Too expensive for what it is. You take the gloves too. Yeah, Scar, way overpriced. It's a gun that you're paying for the brand. Which, nothing wrong with that on its face. But too expensive. Too expensive for what it is. Alright. Alright. Chat. I have not had dinner. And am quite hungry. So we might have to end stream a little bit earlier than we normally do. But I also started earlier. So I think we are going to go ahead and raid out. Also, I have a whole different set of people to raid into, ending a bit earlier. Who do we raid? Thanks for stream. You're welcome. You're welcome. Who do we raid? I have no idea, actually. If anyone has any suggestions for who to raid, I will take suggestions today. I'll consider suggestions any day. If anyone has any suggestions, though, drop those. Meat. Meat is currently streaming. They're just chatting. Grizz, Sneku, Simo. See, so Meat is doing just chatting. We did also Meat. We pulled some meats from the V card a couple of days ago. Grizz, Sneku. Oh, we could raid Sneku. It's been a long time since we've raided Sneku. There's so many people. There's so many people to raid. Oh my goodness. I feel like raiding people right now. People might. I have to check. See whether or not people are going to be ending stream soon. Let's raid Let's raid Sneku. Let's raid Sneku. Sneku raids us, and it's been a long time since we've raided them. So we're gonna raid Sneku. Why is my... I have to actually type it. Copy paste is not working for some reason. Oh my goodness. Their name, it's gonna give me a stroke to type. All right, we got it. We got it. Only struggled some. So, we are going to raid out. We do have raid messages, both for those with and without subscriptions. So, if you'd like to use those, grab one of those. So, thank you everyone for stopping by today, hanging about, chatting. Thank you for the follows and the donations to the Demo Ranch gun yard sale trip. So I will be back tomorrow. Tomorrow we are going to take the ASVAB test online. So that is tomorrow's stream. I don't know how long that takes. So we'll probably just yap after that. So that'll be tomorrow. Yeah, thank you everyone for stopping by, hanging out, chatting. I will see you all next time. Goodbye, Majestic Potato, Chroma Snare, Layla _, all the wife references. Astrite, goodbye. Not the BAFTA.